This is going to be a great show today, guys, all about tubs and showers.
It's so important, and when people come in here to talk about building, that's a big topic, especially our tile showers.
Well, guys, I got the doggy shower just about finished for your Puppy Fridays.
Hey, guys, okay, Puppy Fridays is a big thing around here, but do not tell Tony. He still doesn't know about Puppy Fridays, but we love them, so don't let him know.
I don't want to get.
I'm gonna sneeze. I'm allergic. I gotta go.
We love it. I mean, this is going to be great for it, I really think.
Okay, you know what? I think this will work for our doggy shower. What do you think?
That's
I think so.
perfect.
You
Yeah,
know, it's got the wand here for that. It can take care of everything. Hey, do you know why they call it a dog shower and not a cat shower?
Wait, what was that? What was that noise?
I didn't hear anything.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything. No.
Okay, what was you saying again?
Do you know why they call it for a dog shower and not a cat shower? Hey, let me show you real quick.
I can't believe you just did that with your cat.
It needed a bath.
You know what? You're right. I would definitely call it a doggy shower instead of a cat shower.
Yeah.
Wait, what is Pepper? Pepper.
Hi. Sorry, you're not supposed to know she's here.
I'm fine. That's
You are?
great. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have a lot of people that build things for pets today.
So we can still do our Puppy Fridays, guys.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And
I'm
she's
fine
ready
with
for a
it.
shower.
It's perfect.
I know, she's
I'm
ready.
sending out an
You're ready for a
email.
shower show today? Okay, we'll get you a shower today. Yeah.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 2 subjects, showers and bathtubs. Last week, Kayla said we could do a whole show on sinks, and it worked famously. You guys have all responded and said you like more. So we're going to discuss that. And showers and bathtubs have drastically changed in just our lifetime. So we're going to kind of discuss that. We're going to talk about types, styles. What else are you guys going to talk about?
I'm going to talk a little bit about history of tubs and showers. And it's interesting that as late as 1921, only 1% of American households actually had a tub or shower in their house.
Wow.
My, we've changed.
Wonder how house sales would be on no
I don't know.
A presidential fact of history is that President Roosevelt was one of the first ones to have a tub in the ship as he would travel because of his disabilities. And the strangest one, though presidential tub facts, is that President Taft got stuck in his tub. That's, yeah.
So do you call the Secret Service on that?
I'm not sure how he got out. I didn't hear that part.
And if you go way back in history, it's about 6,000 years ago when they have found the first tub, and that's over in India.
Yeah, Tony, tubs have evolved over time. There's so many different names and styles of tubs. We're going to get a chance to dive into that a little bit deeper. One little fun fact, we use a lot of terms. Garden tub is a term that we still use internally quite a bit. That tub started in the 1700s in France because only really high-end users could afford a tub back then, and they would set them literally in their gardens or above their gardens to enjoy the view as they were taking a bath.
Well, we had a little debate here on what uses more water, your tub or your shower. It turns out the typical bath will use about 70 gallons of water, whereas a shower, you're about 2.5 gallons per minute. So a 10-minute shower, about 25 gallons. So
Hopefully they're taking 10-minute showers too.
right, right.
Like Luke here, about 1-minute showers.
Yeah.
You know, I love the trends that have to do with the showers and tubs, and I'm going to talk about shower doors because that's an important part of our showers here. And it's a trend that even in the last 10 years, they were in, and then they definitely went out for quite a while, and now they're coming back. Everyone wants the open sort of feel. They want the light. All the showers without the doors were getting closed in and kind of dark. So clear glass is really popular, and I love the trend right now with the black grills or black gridded shower doors are really cool.
Okay, I got another poll. Speaking of tubs and baths, hopefully you guys all take one. Do you take one in the morning or do you take one in the evening? So what do you guys do? I do in the morning.
Morning.
For sure, morning for me.
Wow.
Depends. Yeah.
Oh wait, both?
Yeah.
No wonder. Okay.
Well,
I was
it
wondering about
depends.
you.
If you take it in the morning or the evening, you may want to consider either taking a cold shower or a warm shower, because both of them do have health advantages. If you take a cold shower in the morning, that's going to help, shake off that sleepy feeling. It's going to improve your blood circulation. They actually still prescribe that. Some doctors do for people that have blood pressure issues. But then on the flip side, the warm showers, that's going to help, relax those sore muscles, maybe after a workout. But some people will follow a warm shower for the next few seconds, a cold shower, to get some of those benefits right in that same shower.
I think about all the sporting guys, you're seeing them take those ice baths now. That's interesting.
And make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to get some of the exquisite, expensive tubs that you've ever seen. We're going to have some to show for you.
I have a tub over $1 million.
I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
Not me personally.
Well, as you can see, today's going to be an awesome show, so let's go get started, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Do it.
All right, welcome to today's show, everybody. We are going to be talking about tubs and showers, but first, before we get into all of that, the most important trend and the fastest growing trend is definitely pet showers. So we're going to start talking about that, and I have the Granite Ridge designers with me here. So this is Chelsea, Samantha, and Jenny, and all of us love to work on all the new clients who come through Granite Ridge to design your home, and we have a very special place in our heart for pets and dogs especially. We are all dog moms, and it is super fun. So Jenny has a boxer named Presley, and Samantha has a golden retriever named Penelope. Chelsea has a black lab named Lincoln, and this is my dog here, and she is Pepper. And this is something that's a lot of fun for us. We mentioned earlier, we have Puppy Friday, and it is a for sure real thing.
It is a real thing. I mean, we try so hard to incorporate our pets into our home designs.
Absolutely. So we love to talk to you about how we can design for your pets. Again, pet showers are a huge thing, like something behind me here, having a nice raised platform for them. So it's a lot easier to groom and bathe them, a lot of times in a garage or a laundry room. But what we just like to have a lot of fun. So we'll bring our dogs into the Granite Ridge showroom on a Friday just to experience another member of the family, and they become part of the Granite Ridge family. I think, what'd you guys say, we've had 39 different dogs here before, and we keep track of them all the time, write down their names, and love to see them. So whether it's a client's dog or one of our own, or even some trade partners will bring their dogs in for a visit, we absolutely love it. So this is something that is a lot of fun, especially in the topic of pet showers today. So I think Pepper might need a break, and we're gonna get ready for the rest of the show. Okay? Go on, Pepper.
Right.
Go with
Come
it.
on, Pepper.
Have fun.
Welcome back, and we are excited about today's show. We're talking all about bathtubs and showers. Lonnie and I are lucky enough to be in the WGRB studios today so we can get into detail about the history of the bathtub.
Right, and Tony, you said something that was very interesting. You said something about 6,000
6,000 years ago, they found a tub in India that they have did some carbon dating and found it was 6,000 years old, and it's the first known bathtub.
And then I know that Romans were known for their indoor sanitation or public sanitation, and so they had bathtubs or some form of bathing that was centralized in their cities from about 500 BC to about 580, so for about 1,000 years.
And then the interesting thing is, with the fall of the Roman Empire was almost the fall of bathing and sanitation in some cases in humanity, and that is also going into the Dark Ages. Now, is it a coincidence? No bathing in the Dark Ages, I'm not sure about, but when they did that, they started to not take baths anymore at all, and they ended up just throwing a little perfume on themselves.
I heard that, and Tony, it didn't work. Let me tell you that right now.
I was going to try that next week. And from the Dark Ages, really, there is nothing exciting that happens when it comes to bathtubs and showers until about the Revolutionary time, and that's when baths started to come back into vogue. Mid-1700s. And Revolutionary time. I've got an interesting story about that. And those times, families would take a bath really about once a week to sometimes once a month, and they would fill the bathtub up once. And then it went in ages. So father got the first bath, mother got the second bath. They're using the same water.
Right.
And then you had all the kids that went down, and they're all using the same bath water. So as you can tell, when it gets down to the youngest child, it's pretty dirty water. And they had an old saying of don't throw the baby out with the bath water, because they were afraid that the water was so dirty you wouldn't see the baby in there when you were tossing it out to the side.
So then in the late 1800s, actually 1880, a guy by the name of Kohler, we've heard of him.
Yes, we have.
He actually came up with a way to bond porcelain to a cast iron tub, and it became very, very popular.
And Lonnie, as you know, I love advertising history, and Kohler would advertise these bathtubs as horse troughs and hog scalders. And another important part about that advertising that Kohler did about the horse trough is because that was more popular at that time and more people needed horse troughs than they needed bathtubs. Wow.
And as I understand it, that was very popular at that time to have a hog scalder tub. Who would ever guess?
I never would have guessed that.
And then in the 1960s came fiberglass, and we still use fiberglass to this day. It's probably the most popular and well-used tub or shower in American bathrooms today, right?
And then in the late 70s
79.
came the acrylics.
Right.
And that's how we came to today, where we're using a little bit of fiberglass, then we have some acrylic. We're going back to the old clawfoots that were popular in 1880. Everything is old, is all new again.
And it's exciting.
So Kayla, in this segment, we're going to talk about some of the differences of the different types of tubs that are out there and kind of evolution of bathtubs. Also get into a little bit of different types of materials. So the easiest one to start with is probably the one most folks have at home, most familiar with, just the standard fiberglass tub.
Exactly. So that fiberglass tub, typically in a guest bath or your kid's bath, they come in white or biscuit. Sometimes a different materials, usually fiberglass, but sometimes acrylic.
Yeah, those are about 14 inches deep or so. That's what most folks start with, just from a price point, most cost effective. But a lot of folks don't like that option because it's really hard to get fully submerged in those tubs.
Yes.
So that kind of evolved into what we call the soaking tub or the garden tub that are about 23 inches deep.
Exactly. So that garden tub we've talked before, they were around in the history being in the garden areas, and so that's what we have. And they're not quite as popular anymore because a lot of people, it was hard to get into with that larger deck around, because a garden tub that we know of was set in place. So we'd usually have about 12 inches all the way around that, and that got a little cumbersome for some, and it didn't have quite as many features. So that was the soaking tub.
Yeah.
But what is also similar to the soaking or garden tub would be a whirlpool tub.
Yeah. So the big difference in those is they've integrated jets into those tubs.
Yes.
A lot of folks use them relaxation purposes. It does really help with joints and muscles. So that's why we still see a lot of folks introducing jets today.
We do, and now the jets have changed a little bit for these whirlpool tubs. You're going to see air jets, you're going to see air bubbles coming from below the tub, a lot of different things, because the traditional jets used to be, they used to hold water and then maybe create mold even too. So they've come a long way making sure that that doesn't happen anymore in your tub style to update that.
Yeah, maintenance on those was kind of rough too. So these nice air jets, maintenance free, really, really nice. Newer tubs that have really hit the market have been the one that we see behind us, and that's the freestanding tub.
Everyone loves the freestanding. This has definitely replaced our garden tubs for sure. And you can still get a lot of options. I think what a lot of people don't know is freestanding can still include jets for some different applications. But the freestanding, we're going to usually see, again, fiberglass, acrylic, sometimes porcelain, cast iron, all sorts of different materials that these come in, and lots of fun styles.
Yeah, they are beautiful. You could even do some decorative clawfoots on
Love
those
that,
as well.
absolutely.
So many options, guys. So many different styles. Come in. We'd love to talk to you about tubs and how we can build one into your new home.
Well, when it comes to your bathtub, there's a lot of different materials that they're made of.
Yeah, and let's start with the first one. We're going to run through several, but cast iron is probably one that most people are familiar with. It's probably one of the more older ones. But cast iron itself, it has a porcelain coating on it that gives it that nice white, smooth finish. But it's very heavy, and sometimes in homes you actually have to design and reinforce floors just to support that cast iron tub.
It is very heavy. The next one is the enamel tub.
Yeah, so the enamel is kind of the next step in progression from the cast iron. So it's made with steel, but again it has that porcelain type finish. Now the problem with enamel is it was very susceptible to chipping. And cracking over time. So it didn't really catch on, but it still is out there and still is an option.
Now the next couple we see a lot of. The first is the acrylic tub, which is what we're sitting on right now.
Yeah, there's acrylic and fiberglass. So if we kind of combine those two, they're very similar to the touch. They're very different. They're very difficult to tell the difference between the two. But acrylic is a little bit stronger. They both repair very easily. Now fiberglass is what we typically put in our homes, like the fiberglass shower units. Now, most of us are familiar with fiberglass. It's kind of that small hair-like material that, if you get on your skin, it itches. They put a gel coat over the top of that to give it, again, that nice smooth finish. And boats are made out of fiberglass.
Yeah, so it's really durable. We get asked all the time, how durable is it? It's also easy to repair. So if there is a repair that needs to be made, it's very easy. But back to the acrylic, it's common to see that like the Pope Mobile is protected with acrylic.
And the president too, right?
And the president as well.
Yeah. So now as we're moving through, there's also kind of a hybrid composite. Now that's just starting to catch on. It's becoming more and more popular. So with composite, that means like a mixture of two products. Now in this case, we're talking about carbon fiber and then plastic resin. They actually push those together, heat them up, and it creates a nice hard surface. Now it gives it a lot of durability, but it's still ultra light like fiberglass and acrylic is.
Another one that we don't see very often is a cultured stone.
Yeah, so cultured stone is very similar to like a quartz countertop. They take little tiny pieces of stone, they inject it with resin, they press it together with heat, and they can create a mold of a tub out of it. And it's very durable, but very heavy. But realistically, I mean, you don't have to do anything to that tub, and it should last you for years.
And then finally, what about wood?
Yeah, wood. Wood is another very expensive option. Looks so good when it's done. But one thing people don't realize about that wood tub is that's a lot of wood. Now, wood will dry out. So you actually have to keep a little bit of water in there at all times to keep that wood moist. So therefore it won't crack. If you get a crack in a tub, obviously it's a potential leak. And don't forget, there's also glass tubs out there too. So there's a lot of options when it comes to tubs. Some can depend on your style, your budget, but all of them are great choices.
We're back here in the WGRB newsroom, and we're going to talk about shower history.
Yeah, the history of showers. So, I mean, if you really think about it, a waterfall was the first shower. That's what people used. They would get underneath a waterfall and bathe.
And I bet that was probably a cold shower.
Yes,
right?
very cold shower, But showers themselves really, I mean, before we got into the showers that we see today, it was Greeks and Romans. They would just have their slaves pour buckets of water, and again, more than likely cold water over the top of them, and that's how they bathed.
So when did we first have what we would look at today as a shower?
Right.
When did that happen?
In London, 1767, a stove maker created the first shower, and what it was just a small hand pump that pumped water up to a bucket. When the bucket got full, you pulled on a chain and it dumped the water on you.
Wow.
Then that same water that just washed you off would go back into the area with the hand pump. So you just kept recycling that same water over and over again. Probably not the most sanitary way to take a shower.
And here we go again. That would be a cold shower, likely.
Right. Now, showers themselves don't have quite as long of a history as bathtubs. As like I said, 1767. It wasn't really until the 1850s where modern day plumbing really started to come in, but it really wasn't until mid-1900s that showers were kind of a staple in new homes.
Right. And I remember building a lot of homes in the 70s and the 80s where we didn't really think about it much, and we put these little dinky 3-foot showers in that were really hard for somebody my size to even get in and shower.
Right. And now when we're designing homes, most of the time we put maybe one bathtub in and the rest might be showers, and we're talking large showers. We're a lot of square footage is dedicated to a shower.
Yeah, we've got showers the size of small bedrooms.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of entering into that like golden age of showers because what's one of the main things when people come in, they're willing to spend a lot of money and they want to make sure that shower is comfortable and it feels good. We're talking jets, body jets, steam showers. I mean, you name it, they're getting very creative with these showers.
Yeah, and the great thing about showers is, you don't need to spend a lot of money. You might spend just a few $100s for a nice fiberglass shower to several $1,000s if you want a porcelain shower that maybe doesn't even need a door.
Yeah, and we used to do a lot of walk-in showers, but now people are doing showers with glass all the way around it, so it just makes it feel even more open, kind of going back to feeling open, back to those days of standing underneath a waterfall.
At Granite Ridge Builders, when we sit down with a customer, the bathrooms, and particularly the showers, is a long conversation very often because we want to get it right.
Yep. Now, Lonnie, we mentioned that showers are still relatively new, but we're getting to the point now where close to 86% of households have at least one shower, either due to remodel or the new construction.
And I think our new homes today have at least 2, if not 3 baths or 4 baths. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And only 30% of the households in the United States have more than one bath in them. So most of the houses are only one bath, and they're all sharing that same shower, which means that most people are only taking about 8-minute long showers, and that hot water becomes very important.
I can get the job done in 8 minutes.
Well, Well, when it comes to your shower, they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. We're in front of two of our most common showers. We have the prefabricated behind Kayla and then the custom tile shower behind me.
Absolutely. Like Elizabeth said, the prefabricated can come in a lot of different styles. You can do a tub shower unit like you see here, or just a stand-up shower. And of course, we love our custom tile showers because there's so many different styles and options. You have tons of different tile out there and you can make them really fun.
One thing with the prefabricated unit, they do come in a lot of different shapes. So behind you we have a rectangular unit, which is really popular. But depending on your space, you may have a curved enclosure, you may have a neo-angle enclosure, a corner unit, or of course the tub shower combo.
Absolutely. Now there's a really important feature when it comes to showers is how are we getting our water? So what you used to see a lot of times is the manual mixed showers. So you would have a hot over here and a cold over here. Now that was very hard to get the right temperature that you wanted. So now what we see is the thermostatic setting, which is what you see behind me here, where you have one control and it'll start to blend the hot to the cold. Now Delta faucets is what we typically use, and they have a couple different options for this as well. You have one where you can just go from hot to cold and it'll blend the temperature, or the one that I love is you have one handle that turns on and off, and on that same dial you have the hot and cold setting there. So especially for my kids, I can set it at one setting and it will always go to the same temperature, which is awesome. And then the other type is the electronic, which is becoming popular, of course. We have all sorts of keypads and settings and lots of different things you can do when it comes to your shower control.
Another consideration when it comes to your shower is the door. Now, not all showers need a door, but if you do, for example, the tub shower, we don't always put a door on that because it's harder to get in and out. But there is a sliding door, so the unit behind you, if it was just a shower, we could have a sliding door on that. And you do have a track, so that's one consideration, is cleaning that. The next would be the hinged or the pivoting door, which on a shower like this is popular. Now, you don't have to have a door the way we set this up, but you could do one to help keep some of the heat in, and that door could be frameless, so there's less cleaning.
You know, I love the look of shower doors. It can really dress up the space, and right now we're seeing showers that are almost all glass, and maybe one back wall that's tile and everything else is glass. I would tell you right now that clear glass is very popular as opposed to privacy glass, but you can also do rain, bubble, all sorts of fun glass features, even some frosted areas too. I love right now, the huge trend is black, because with all these shower doors, you want a hardware color, and same with your faucets. You can do black, oil or bronze, stainless or satin nickel. So the options are endless, and why don't you come in and take a look at what we have here in our showroom, because the designers would love to talk to you about what's right for your new home.
Whew. All right, so which do you like best?
I think easily for me it's the rainfall, but we'll talk about that here in just a second.
All right.
So Izzy, in this segment, we're going to talk a lot about showers. We're going to talk about different types of materials. We're going to talk about some shower heads and some really cool additional features that people are adding. So let's start with materials, and you kind of fill us in on some of the most popular ones.
Well, you do have an awful lot of options to choose from. Some of them will be because of style, some of them will be because of cost, but there's lots of different reasons you'll choose what you want to use for your materials. Acrylic and fiberglass are probably the most popular because they are cost effective, but also it gives a nice, sleek, modern type look to it, very low maintenance. Now, if you're more the artistic type and want to do something fun with the shower, oftentimes you're going to look into something like a ceramic or a porcelain, which has different size, tiles, textures, colors, all kinds of different things that you can do to really customize that look. Now, the option that's becoming very popular right now is the glass tile, because with that you bring in so much more light into the room. So you don't have as many dark corners when you do that, and that glass tile is just really trending right now. But of course, something that's been kind of popular, made its way back and forth, has been the stone showers. When you use the stone type materials, again, it does bring in that natural feel to it, something that's almost like the outdoors inside, and that stone material can be very popular throughout the years.
And once the folks have finally landed on a material that they like, the next choice is going to be the type of shower head or shower heads that they decided on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anymore, it used to be a pretty standard fixture, one shower head. Now we're doing multiple shower heads. Something behind us like the rainfall has been popular. A lot of these shower heads now have even some pull-out handle sprayers, making it even easier to clean these showers as opposed to having to bring in their own bucket and water there.
And the pet option would be a big thing with that hand, well, pets and kids, I should say too, that handle shower can be very helpful.
Yeah, I see a lot of body sprayers. That's been a really popular option lately. Again, some therapeutic properties for those. So now that we've got materials covered, we've also talked about shower heads. Showers are getting really crazy in terms of people adding additional really cool features. So I've seen a lot of benches going in there lately, recessed shelving for shampoo bottles and extra storage. What are some other things you're seeing?
Well, I think about, again, that it's more of almost a resort type feel that people are doing in those master shower areas. So you're seeing things that are actually recessed into the wall, so you can't even see it until you turn them on. And then, like you said, therapeutic ideas. I think about lights, sounds, and aromas. We've talked about really kind of giving that feel of a spa in your own master shower, and those are the type of things you're going to use to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Even some of the shower heads now, you can input little aroma scented, almost candle-like material in there to get nice aromas coming through the shower head. So many options, so many different choices when we're talking about these custom showers. We can't wait to show them some other options that we have later on.
Yeah.
What else we got? You like this one?
Well, I think we got to open them all up and find out what we
man,
got.
I'm getting out of the way.
Welcome to another edition of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
You are not Robin Leach. Do not do that voice.
Anyways, what we're here to talk about again today is the luxurious, expensive side of tubs and showers. And this one is simple because there are so many amazing options out there.
And it's simple, but it's also tough because there are so many out there. And I think, we hinted about this in the opening of the show. Let's show them right now. Here is a bathtub worth over $1 million.
And you don't have to go too much under that budget to afford this one right here. And of course, gold is impressive, but to me, it is the artistic value that is always the most impressive.
And these are all some very impressive tubs, but take a look at these showers that we have.
And of course, when you're doing the shower, one of the primary things you want to research is how many shower heads do you want? Not need, how many do you want? You can also have therapeutic showers as well, or options where you can lay down and receive a massage from the shower heads.
So Izzy, you were talking earlier about all the shower heads that you have as the body sprayers. Take a look at these different rain head showers.
The rain shower head really has become a predominant shower head, and it's because it is very relaxing.
I don't know if you've seen this before, Izzy, but here is a hand-carved wooden tub.
And it's not the only kind of materials that we can use. You see here a concrete one.
Here's a new style from something that dates back to the 1700s with a copper tub, and this is supposed to help relieve all of your aches and pains. Now take a look at this last tub. This thing is exquisite. This thing has everything you need and more to just relax.
Thank you so much for joining us today. As you can see, there's so much to talk about when it comes to your tubs and your showers.
Okay, time's getting away. Hey, JR, would you close for us today?
Absolutely. As always, guys, we want to thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please just pick up the phone, give us a call, visit the website below. Even better yet, come in our front door. We can incorporate any of these beautiful tub showers into your new custom home.
All right, guys, I really think we need to say goodbye to the star of the show today, which was really Pepper.
Oh, absolutely. The star of the show, Pepper.
Man, is this show going to the dogs. I found out if you want a warm shower, pay your gas bill.
And then you have the see-through where you can just let it all hang out there and see. I don't like that at all.
All right, guys, the real star of the show today is Pepper, so she better come and say
Absolutely.
goodbye.
And Jen Nelson.